Hey guys, for those who don't know, I also provide life coaching. That is something as part of my career as well. As an astrologer, I use my life coaching skills as well as understanding astrological combinations. Has been a great success over the years to so many people. And so some of the things that I see during my life coaching and some of the common themes that I get is heartbreaks. How do people react to them, and what can be done to shorten that the duration of the heartbreak? Because the heartbreak is not like a day thing; it extends for a significant period of time. So during my training as a life coach, we do psychological assessments, situational analysis, and also provide coping mechanisms for clients. Now, this video is for me to share the tips, right? Some of the tips that you can use if you're going through this terrible time. Heartbreaks is, for those who really don't know, is when you truly love someone, you give your heart, your soul, your everything to this person, and the person just leaves. That detachment, it will be so profound that it creates a big void in your heart, a huge lump in your heart, because the brain, the way the brain works is that the pain that you go through from a heartbreak, and the pain and the physical pain, say if you trip and fall, that pain, or if you meet, if you're in an accident or something, that pain and the loss that you have in this detached relationship is the same part of the brain, right? So the brain doesn't know the difference, but it is a way to, because heartbreaks or relationship detachment is a crucial part for humans, us as humans, because this is a way for us to extend our species, isn't it? By through falling in love, getting married, having kids eventually. That is the idea, right? It is an emotional, psychological, and chemical response. Because it is so strong, so important for the human evolution, the detachment of that creates this pain, this huge, sometimes intolerable, torturous pain, from what I can see from my clients. So that's heartbreak. What are the things normally a person goes through heartbreak? The common things would be sadness the whole day. Sometimes they're not excited, they're not happy about things, they're in a melancholic mood. Nothing seems to be pleasant for them, playing with their children or going here, going there, whatnot, right? They just don't have it, right? They just want to sit in their room and ruminate and dwell into this, why things has happened to me, why she left me, why he left me, and so on and so forth. It is a depressive, low confidence, low energy, hopelessness, and all these things comes to them. It is such a all this falls under clinical depression. Okay? And there are systematic analysis can be done for this based on life coaching techniques. But what I want to tell you is, if you don't know what heartbreak is, if you know but you've never experienced it, this is what people go through. It is such a painful, torturous thing to go through, right? Now, I'm going to give you 5 tips which the things that I used for my clients as a life coach and an astrologer. And I hope these tips will be in some way helpful for you. Right? But the best way is for you to have a session and to understand what are the situations that has gone through. So through situation analysis, we can find coping mechanisms and ways to solve this problem. Now, the second question is, how long does it take for this heartbreak, this pain, this unbearable pain within? How long does it take? So, according to the psychological studies, first 2 weeks is the acute phase, the strong phase, right? It's part of clinical depression, the first 2 weeks. But then it does extend to a maximum length of 6 months. 6 months will be the max. First 2 weeks will be very strong. It is the most, the threshold is there already. It's very high level. Clients, all the symptoms that I mentioned, right? low energy, hopelessness, worthlessness, sad the whole day. All these things will be in a very high level first 2 weeks. After that, it gradually declines, and that process will take 3 to 6 months. All right. Now, for some people, it extends. Some of my clients, I realize it extends, and I've been seeing them for years and years and years, but they do not seem to have, get away from that depressive feeling. And of course, due to that, they have unnecessary problems, right? Because this depressive feeling will convert into physical disease, right? And also mental disorders as anxiety disorder, depression. Of course, the next phase will be suicidal tendencies. So it is not something we should be, going forward to. It is something that we should prevent from. All right. So my job as a life coach and astrologer is to do whatever that I can do to help clients like them. Okay. So remember, it's about 2 weeks for the acute, and then 3 to 6 months after that. But for some people who continues, they have this coping deficiency, and which is something that through looking at situation analysis and other psychological methods, we can actually find out why and do the right remedies, including what I do is astrological remedies as well. So what are the things that you can do if you're going through the heartbreak, now that you know what it is and how long it takes? First thing, guys, is acceptance. Okay, it's all about Shani Bhagavan, it's all about Saturn. Accept the fact that she left, accept the fact that he left. They're not going to come back. Now, if they do come back, that's a different thing. You can deal with that later. But for now, you need to accept fully that they're not going to come back. That will take some time for you to do, because it is something that you truly need to. It's not like just saying, okay, I accept. No, it doesn't work that way. You must feel it. It has to be from within. Okay, I truly accept that she has left and he has left, and so that's it. I accept it. It is a karma that I'm paying. It's retribution coming back to me. Some past deeds which has gone wrong. I've done this probably in my past life or something like that, and it's coming back to me. So I accept it. I truly accept it. That is the foundation. Now, for that foundation to be strong, there are 5 different mechanisms that I'm going to share with you. Support system. Okay. Number 1 are the triggering points. Triggering points are those photos that you took with her, the walk in the park with him, the social networking associations, the Instagram shots, the meeting with the parents thing. All these are triggering mechanism. These thoughts are going to extend that 6 months, right? It's going to make it even longer because of this triggering point, because it keeps remembering you, right? It reminds you of these moments which have been so blissful, so nice, and so I know it's a state of it's a fantastical state, right? Falling in love and all that, and it, when you keep remembering those stuffs, it's going to just make things worse for you. So remember all these triggering points. Delete those photos, unfollow him or her from Instagram, unfriend from Facebook. Do all that. If they come back later in future, it's fine, it's good, I'm happy for you. But for now, do that, right? Disassociate yourself with them. Things that you have, maybe she would have bought something for you, or you would have bought something for him. Whatever things that you have, whatever things which triggers back in your mind. If you don't want to throw, that's fine. Put it in a box and store it somewhere. That's the first thing you do. The first support for that acceptance. I say that's 5. The first is that. Second is you have to find ways to process your sadness, right? Now you are driving and you pass this coffee shop and you recall that both of you were there having this coffee and having a nice time and whatnot, right? All those wonderful moments that happen in that coffee shop. Now it's rekindled. Again, you're going to fall in that trap. Again, you're going to go into that depressive state, right? So process that, right? Of course, you can't go away from that. Say if your partner or your ex-lover lives, just across the street, you're going to see him or see her the next day. You're going to do that, right? Now, how do you prevent yourself, right? So the only way is to process it, right? You accept it, You look at it, the sadness comes into you, but close it out. Most of my clients, they have this problem to find that closure. They say, yeah, I know it's very painful, and they just leave it. They just leave that feeling of sadness, feeling of disappointment, feeling of loss and all that. They just leave it lingering, floating here and there. My what I'm trying to say is that process that and end it with a closure. Say that, okay, yes, again with the coffee shop example, it was nice, everything was good, but it didn't happen. Okay, it's due to my karma, and as such, I'm going to close that topic. That's it. The next time you cross the coffee shop, you will not have that thoughts coming to you. And of course, like any other things in this world, guys, is practice. This is not like a one-off thing. You have to keep doing it. First time it may not work, second time may not work, but on the 10th time it will definitely work. So don't give up. Keep doing it. Keep practicing this ways for you to process and find a closure. Third thing is rechanneling it. When the thought comes in, rechannel to something else. Okay, same thing like the coffee shop, right? Rechannel it. Call your friend immediately. Immediately call your friend, or call someone, right? Just call someone and just talk to the person. And by doing so, you are telling your mind, you're teaching your mind to forget that event. Okay, and after some time, you will forget the event. Okay. Third is the rechanneling. The fourth is, if you are ready, if your heart is in sync, if you are in a perfect understanding on what life has happened to you and you're ready to move on, then find a new relationship. Yes, find a new relationship. And that would be again a way for you to get out from that phase, or the convalescence period. The periods of recovery will become very short. You won't last 6 months and beyond. Probably in first 2 weeks it's all done. That's it. New relationship, number 4. Number 5 is the interesting one. Find all those irrational thoughts in your mind and rationalize them. Irrational thoughts like what? Like questions which have no answers. Why did she leave me? Why did he leave? Why did that happen? Why am I in this situation? Did I do something wrong? Of course, all these questions has no answers, right? Both you and her, or you and him, have 2 different personalities, 2 different ideologies, 2 different philosophy. Everything is different, but you guys are coming together, right? Obviously, things won't work sometimes, right? And so that those irrational thoughts, as why, and have you done something wrong, or trying to find these things, trying to investigate, trying to being obsessive about what went wrong, all these things are useless. Those are irrational from my point of view. So find those irrational thoughts and rationalize them. Make it rationalize. Yeah, of course I won't know why, because it just happened, so I'm just going to forget about it. That's it. Again, you're teaching your mind, right, to forget it through these methods. So these are the top 5 methods you can attach to the acceptance foundation. I mean, when you keep doing this, right, your acceptance faculty, right, that faculty will start to grow and grow and grow, and eventually you will become strong and you'll be back on track. So first 2 weeks, that for any of us, right, there's no instant snapping out of it. It doesn't happen. First 2 weeks you have to go through it, right? And take that first 2 weeks as a way for you to mature your acceptance. But there is a way to stop at that 2 weeks time. You don't have to go to the 3rd and the 6th and beyond. And those are like when you have coping deficiencies. Okay, so I hope this video would bring some insights and hopefully even help you if you're going through the breakups. If you need any questions, just WhatsApp me and we can talk there as well. So take care, guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Namaste.